Welcome to the Witch House. Pull up a chair, have a sit, and let's chat. And so I'm going to chat to you today about SoCal Vegfest. I went to the SoCal Vegfest for the first time, and it's touted as the largest and the most impressive vegan festival, which is pretty cool. And I wanted to go just to see what was going on since I've recently gone vegan. And it was large, but it wasn't quite that impressive. They had actually more organizations present looking for donations than they actually had vendors offering vegan goods. So, of course, PETA was there, Greenpeace, um, Save every kind of planetary thing available. Organization was there. The Hare Krishnas were there. The Buddhists were there. Yeah, they just had an awful lot of organizations. And you can see kind of by looking at the list, which is upside down, you can see the difference in the amount of actual vendors as you can the amount of other people who were there. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. Also, it was, they had tons of different food trucks there, though. The food trucks were kind of fun. Of course, it's all vegan junk food, pretty much. I shared some photos on my Facebook page. There was one photo I didn't get because by the time I got there and I walked through all the booths and everything, I was absolutely friggin' starving because like a dummy, I didn't eat breakfast before I left. And it was an hour and a half drive north for me, and it was a 2-hour drive home because I hit traffic. But anyway, at the festival, I had a good time. I was extremely glad that I decided to bring my honkin' huge farmer market bag that I use, this huge canvas bag, because I filled this bugger to the brim. I did. I did get all kinds of literature and stuff. There were booths that were handing out, they would hand out samples, but nothing you could really physically take with you kind of thing. I guess what we would call swag. I did find a couple of booths, though. I found these Sasha star seeds. I haven't opened to try them yet, but they're inchy seeds, which I've never had before and I've never heard of. So it sounded pretty interesting and it sounded pretty delicious. So I thought I would try it. And they also made protein shakes with inchy. So they had a couple of shake things that they were giving away. So I got one of those. So that was pretty cool. I got lucky. There was a woman selling a lot of different handmade stuff. And I found another microwave bowl. And, oh my God, this lady told me something I had never thought of. Ice cream. If you are eating ice cream in a bowl, put it in here and your fingers won't get ice cold. Ice cream. I'm thinking all about the microwave. She's like, no, put ice cream in it. So I'm like, yay, double purpose. And I have to tell you about this. I found these guys. I think you can find this at Whole Foods, but seriously, the best mac and cheese I have tasted. It tastes like literal mac and cheese. I loved it so much, I bought 4 boxes. And they're $3 a box, and I think they're absolutely worth it. So, yeah. And the girl running the table, running the booth, is actually not vegan. And she said it's the only vegan mac and cheese she would eat. So, yeah. So I loaded up on that. Also, I was going down the line, and these kind of caught my eyes. coconut chocolate fudge sauce. And I was like, oh, I got to stop there. And they also had on the table coconut sweetened condensed milk, and they had jackfruit. And the guy gave me a taste of their pulled pork jackfruit. And I was kind of it was very interesting because it tasted like pulled pork and the texture looked and somewhat felt like pulled pork, but it was fruit. So I thank the guys because that was literally my first taste of jackfruit. And so I bought the chocolate sauce, and they had a salted caramel sauce. I am such an ice cream freak. So I bought those, and they threw in a can of jackfruit for me because they'd given me my first taste of jackfruit, and I thought it was pretty good. So I can't wait to make my own pulled pork recipe with my little can of jackfruit here. So I'm so excited. And then the last thing I purchased was a necklace. And so this is it. This is my necklace. And yes, folks, that is a slice of blood orange. So what this company does, I found this fascinating. This is an actual slice of blood orange. And it is coated in tree sap to preserve it. How cool is that shit? Right? It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous, and you can feel the seeds and all the imperfections of a slice of blood orange. And I loved it, so I had to have it. It was awesome. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed it for a first timer. I actually thought it was very well put together. Definitely better to get there early than late. I got there when the door opened, and that was perfect because by the time I left, it was just jam packed. But yeah, I'm very happy I went. I did find some new products and some new companies. But I wasn't impressed really by the size of the vendors that were there. I was a little disappointed in that. And so, yeah, but like I said, for me personally, being a new vegan, I really did get a lot out of it. I also picked up, while I was there, of course, they had their SoCal Vegfest bags. So, and I picked up a bunch of literature and stickers and all kinds of things to look through. So, yeah, overall, I'm glad I went. Would I go next year? Probably not. Oh, my God, I almost forgot the coolest thing about the whole trip, honestly. This, I thought, was... Let me get my notes here. Okay, this was my crowning glory to my trip. And so I saw this booth, and it was nothing but elephants. It was, pictures of elephants, drawings. They had elephants, and one they had printed on, this is a purse. It's a bag. And, you tie it to make your own size. And these are made in Thailand by a specific tribe. And the every time you purchase a print or a bag, you literally save an elephant. They also have elephant retreats. That's right. She also gave me a card for the elephant retreat, which they're having next year. But it's art for elephants. And this one is going to be, it's in Thailand this time. But what they do is it's an elephant rescue, and by purchasing one of these, you can rescue an elephant. And I rescued, gosh, now I hope I can find my information here, my card. Yes. So here's the elephant I rescued, Guillermo. So it's a not-for-profit, and I'm going to hold this up so you can. But I think it's a wonderful organizations that, these are rescued elephants from zoos and circuses and logging. The story that she told me about the elephant on my front here, you can see how her front foot is broken. And she broke it logging, and they never gave her time enough for it to heal. She still had to log with that broken leg, and that's how that leg healed. It just tears me apart. I gotta be honest, folks. I went into veganism because I just lost my taste for meat, and the health benefits to me have been really good. But the more I get into my path and my lifestyle as a vegan, the more I really get into the animals. Now, I'm not preaching to anybody. I was a meat eater for, 50 years of my life. I was a meat eater. And I knew a lot of these different plights of the animals. And I already did contribute to organizations like this. But now my scope has kind of widened to the plight of animals. And I can see where veganism really is about the animals. It's not about health or the food or anything. It's all about the animals. So for that fact, I'm extremely glad I went to SoCal Vegfest. And I'm very grateful to have had this experience with this company and with assisting to save one of the elephants. So that meant a lot to me. So yeah, that pretty much gives you the scoop on SoCal Vegfest. Will I go next year? Probably not. I don't quite think it was worth the 4-hour drive round trip. Yeah, and the $60 tank of gas. But to go once and experience it, yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it for that. So anyway, there's my experience at SoCal Vegfest. Sending you all such chakra love, and I will see you on the next one.